Hi, I'm Phileas Stain and I'm the safari expert. And this week I'm going to show you around Shingwedzi Rest Camp in the Kruger National Park. I'll also tell you what my favorite routes are to drive around camp. Now, speaking of routes, if you check out the link in the video description, you can order this amazing book called Kruger Routes online and save yourself 10%. Now, if you haven't done so yet, also consider subscribing to the channel. Shingwedzi lies about 3/4 of the way up in the Kruger National Park, and it's a bit of an anomaly in an area that's dominated by mopane trees and not known for great game viewing. It's got the same quiet atmosphere that so many people love about the northern Kruger, but on a good day, game viewing around Shingwedzi rivals that of the camps in the far south of the park. But before I tell you which roads I like to drive, let's start in camp. Shingwedzi is an unpretentious, medium-sized camp that, despite its location on the bank of the Shingwedzi River, feels a bit underwhelming if I'm completely honest. I think this has to do with the fact that parts of the camp always seem to be under repairs due to the massive damage caused by flooding from time to time. You just have to look at the photos in reception to see how high the river has pushed up before over the past few decades. To make things worse, because of poor cell phone reception, they often struggle with card payments, so make sure to bring enough cash, preferably in smaller notes. Despite these challenges, visitors have all the facilities needed for a comfortable stay. There's a well-stocked little shop, a filling station, and a restaurant, which, if you ask me, is overpriced. The camp also has a nice day visitors area with a river view, as well as one of the nicest swimming pools in the whole park. Accommodation options include a variety of very affordable self-catering huts, bungalows and cottages that sleep between 2 and 4 people, as well as a large and level campsite with 50 stands, each with its own braai grid and power point. The most popular stands are against the southwestern fence line, but here you might be short of shade and definitely won't have any privacy. Personally, I prefer to camp against the northwestern fence line, close to the swimming pool, where the stands are a bit more secluded and there are plenty of trees. I like the fact that the campsite has a small laundromat and communal kitchenettes, but the 2 ablution blocks are not enough when the campsite is full, so definitely avoid Shingwedzi during the school holidays if you like to camp. All in all, the camp with its characteristic white bungalows and colourful impala lilies has a wonderful, relaxed atmosphere that one would expect from the far north of Kruger. And what I love about Shingwedzi is that unlike the other camps north of the Olifants River, it actually offers some fantastic game viewing opportunities. Some of the best game viewing is done right around camp. Keep an eye out for wild dogs first thing in the morning. The local pack is large and is often found in the vicinity of camp. Carefully check all the large trees between the camp's main entrance gate and the bridge over the Shingwedzi River for leopards on your way out and back. Even if you don't see one, you'll probably find some playful baboons to watch and photograph. Spend some time on the bridge itself as well. You're allowed to get out here and to stretch your legs, and chances are good that you'll see elephants and buffalo in the sand below. And if you happen to be at Shingwedzi on the 31st of December, inquire about their midnight excursion that actually gives you a chance to celebrate New Year's under the stars on the bridge. If no one tells you it's there, you might not even know about the smaller camp gate at the back end of camp. This gives you quick access to the S50 Kannidoort Road, of which I typically only drive the first 5 kilometers out and back in search of leopards, and to the causeway across the river below camp, which is most productive around February and March when there's at least a little bit of flowing water. All the fish that congregate here attract waterbirds like egrets, storks and herons, as well as hungry crocodiles that lie in ambush right beside the causeway itself. This makes for some amazing photographic opportunities. The most productive time for game viewing around Shingwedzi though is during the dry season from June to October, when the riverbeds around camp dry up and the pools that remain in them attract loads of animals. By far my favorite road to drive is the S56 Mpongolo Loop northwest of camp. Not only does it give you access to nearly 30 kilometers of riverfront, but it's arguably the most scenic road in the entire Kruger National Park. Nowhere else in the park can you meander through so many breathtaking leadwoods, apple leaves, nyala trees, jackalberries and sycamore figs for so long. Try to get onto the S56 as early as possible in the morning if you want to see it at its most beautiful. And whatever you do, don't rush it. I typically average as little as 10 kilometers per hour on it as I search the thickets for leopards and the river below for lions. And even if you don't see the big and hairies, there's always a lot of little things to spot. Look out for a breeding colony of white-fronted bee-eaters on the opposite side of the river, approximately 3 kilometers northwest of this junction, on one of those little loops. According to Kruger routes, you also stand a chance of spotting the rare Sharp's grysbok on the S56, so keep your eyes peeled. If you drive nice and slowly, it'll take you a good 3 hours to get to Babalala picnic site at the end of the loop, where you can visit the restroom and stretch your legs. And if you're one of those people who loves to make breakfast at the park's picnic sites, why not get your very own tablecloth and tea towel with the Kruger National Park map on it? You can order it directly from the Wilder Designs website, to which I've linked in the video description. And if you want to support my channel, let them know that you saw it first on the Safari Expert when you check out. Keep an eye out for rare antelope like rowan and the majestic sable in the Mopane veld as you drive back from Babalala to Shingwedzi along the tar road. I've seen them here before on multiple occasions. As much as I love early mornings on the Mpongolo Loop, driving it in the afternoon when it's hotter is actually better for game viewing, since more animals come down to drink in the riverbed. Head out a little bit earlier when it's still very hot and first stake out Lamont waterhole on the short S55 loop halfway between camp and the Mpongolo Loop turnoff. Elephants love to drink here during the heat of the day, and it's wonderful to watch them reach into the cement dam with their trunks to suck up water. Don't stay here too long though, because there should be plenty of action waiting for you in the Mpongolo riverbed just up the road. Speaking of the Mpongolo Loop, for those of you who are adventurous and fit enough, another must-do Kruger activity is hiking the Mpongolo Backpack Trail. This is a 3-night bushwalk with armed and extremely knowledgeable guides in the massive and unspoiled wilderness area southwest of the Mpongolo Loop. Safely track animals like buffalo on foot, dig for water in the sand like the elephants do, sleep in your own hiking tent under the African sky, watch animals come down to quench their thirst right next to your camp, and just experience the Kruger National Park in a way you never have before. You literally have to carry everything you need on your own back. best time of the year to do this is August and September, and I'll link to a page with more info about it in the video description. The last road worth driving around Shingwedzi is the S52, although I have to be honest, I seldom have enough time to drive the whole loop simply because I spend so much time on the S56. You simply have to visit the Red Rocks lookout point halfway along the loop, where you're allowed to get out of your car to admire the spectacular view, which is stunning both in the mornings and in the afternoons. I've never really seen a huge variety of animals on the S52 over the years, but boy, there always seems to be elephants. The biggest tip I can give you if you're planning to go to Shingwedzi is to go for long enough. You need at least a week here to really explore the roads like the S52 Red Rocks Loop and especially the S56 Mpongolo Loop properly, and to appreciate what's undoubtedly my favorite camp in the north of the Kruger National Park. Thank you so much for watching right until the end. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment or a question below. And take a moment to check out the links to Kruger routes and those awesome Wilder Designs tablecloths and tea towels in the video description. Until next time.